Every time Eric Bischoff opens his mouth about Tony Khan on 83 Weeks, the entire internet seems to melt down. But the truth is, nobody wants to admit the truth. Bischoff's right. AEW has no direction, no storylines, and it's just a match that means nothing. Reckless violence, just stupid shit. And Bischoff's just hitting the nail on the head. Tony Khan books like a hardcore fan. He doesn't book like a leader running a multi-million-dollar promotion. It's sad, but it's true. AEW feels less like a structured wrestling company and more like Tony Khan's personal playground. Too many matches thrown together, too many dream matches with zero build. How do you have dream matches with zero build? Tony Khan does it all the time. Talent just floating around with no direction. You see it all the time. Nothing with the Young Bucks makes any sense. It's all just super kick, super kick, super kick, and here's another super kick. Let's just be honest. This isn't 2002 Ring of Honor. This is supposed to be a company on a major, producing major television, but it comes across like Ring of Honor 2002. It doesn't work on national television. The reason that works on Ring of Honor in 2002 is because you're only trying to appeal to the people that are in the arena. And mainly, those are the people that go out later on and buy those same DVDs. That's what happened with Ring of Honor. That's not what's going on TBS and TNT. It's a national televised product, and the ratings are dismal. And when he comes up for licensing a new deal, he's going to find out just how dismal those ratings are. Bischoff talks about storytelling and emotional investment because that's what made WCW blow up. That's what makes TNA hot right now. And AEW, half of the time it feels like the show is an alternate universe to storytelling. Every week it's just here's two guys who kind of are mad at each other and bam, here's a match. No explanation whatsoever. Bischoff is pretty simple. Here's the point. No story, no stakes, no reason to care, no reason to tune back in the following week, and no reason to re-sign a new television contract for Turner, for TNT and TBS. They're not going to do it. TNA is going to be on the market. They're going to be looking for a new place to go, and they're probably going to come in with a smaller number than what Tony Khan's asking for, and they're going to get it. Tony Khan just doesn't handle criticism like a boss. Tony Khan reacts like a Twitter fan, not an executive boss. That's how he hits. He tweets through it. He takes everything personal. He feels shot in tension and fixated on problems that don't really exist. He hits Twitter instead of hitting the creative room. Leaders don't do that. Leaders take hits, analyze them, and come back with improvements, not meltdowns. Tony Khan is having a meltdown every fucking week. AEW could be great, but leadership matters, and he doesn't have any of that. Bischoff isn't burning AEW because he hates wrestling. He loves wrestling. He's burning AEW because he knows what it takes to run a national wrestling promotion. Someone in Tony Khan's position should hear Eric Bischoff and say, hold on, 82 weeks he kicked Vince McMahon's ass. He's the only one to ever do it. I should listen. But he doesn't do that. He takes it personal. It comes down to this. Too much money, too little discipline, too much ego at the top. That's all it is. You have the Young Bucks in control. You have Tony Khan in control. You have Kenny Omega in control. Cody Rhodes walked out the door because he's seen the writing on the wall. AEW should be a powerhouse, but instead it's a stumbling ship. It's just stumbling through. I shouldn't say stumbling. It's sailing through the sea. It's not working because it has no one at the wheel, and it's about to hit the iceberg. And the iceberg is going to be when they come up for negotiations. I'm just saying. I think everything Bischoff's been saying is the truth. Whether you love Eric Bischoff or hate him, Eric Bischoff isn't wrong. And if Tony Khan ever wants AEW to stop the bleeding and wants to get on top of the industry he could be on top of, maybe listening to someone who's already done it before isn't such a bad idea. But that's just my take. Let me know what you think. Bischoff is no dummy. Just mark my words. He has been calling for this for 6 years. He's been talking about this for 6 years. And one of the big things that got me, though, is when Bischoff said, I don't want to burn AEW. I don't like talking about AEW. What he really means to say is they're not relevant. They're not even fucking relevant. They're not worth talking about. It's the same way I feel when people ask me about WWE. I really don't want to sit up here on my soapbox and rip into AEW and rip into WWE. It's what I end up doing, but it's not what I want to do. I want to talk about how great TNA is because I love TNA wrestling. I think everything else is just dismal, and it really depresses me as a wrestling fan. I can't wait. When Bischoff says that TNA is going to take over AEW, it excites me, not because I want AEW to die, stab it in the chest. It's not like that. I just want the better product, which I view as TNA, to succeed. I want them to get the AMC deal. I want them to get a major television deal and take their place where they belong. That's not because I hate wrestling. I love wrestling. And I want the wrestling that I love and enjoy to be the top. I'm Kent Jones. I'm signing off. Peace out, y'all. Oh, yeah. How can I forget? Subscribe to the channel. If you love TNA wrestling, if you don't think AEW is the best thing since sliced bread, if you think WWE is not doing it quite right, and you really want a difference in opinion other than what you see on some of the other reporter-like shows that are out there, interviewing that are out there, if you want something a little different, subscribe to the channel. I'm Kent Jones. This time, I really am signing off.